Hey, what's going on, guys? DJ Hess here, CollectiveKicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys a tutorial on how to make this Frankenstein creation right here. This is a Roshe Run with the Boost sole, and this was highly requested, and it's definitely one that I really wanted to give a try. And so I went ahead and swapped out the Roshe sole with the Pure Boost 2 sole, same as the Pure Boost 1. And so you can see side-by-sides of the products and stuff, the before and the sort of the after. It was really a fun project to do this, and this is like kind of the ultimate comfort shoe. I've always said that the Roshe Run is sort of like a great shoe, but the Pure Boost is one of my favorite shoes of all time, and for comfort-wise at least. And I've always said that the Pure Boost is like a Roshe Run on crack, but now it's like the best of both worlds. I have the insole of the Roshe Run, which we love, and then the midsole of the Boost. And I also blacked it out, so it's black midsole. And I think it turned out pretty good. If you guys like this tutorial, please give the video a thumbs up. Show your support of this custom. Yeah, dude, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'll show you guys the materials that you'll need to be able to make this happen. And then at the end of the video, again, I'll show you guys another on foot of the product. All right, guys, so a quick product rundown of what you need to make this custom. First, you need to clean the shoes if they are used. Easy cleaner, definitely a great way to go. Linked in the description from Angelus, as well as this X-Acto knife. Basically really helps rip things apart with that razor blade. Also need a seam ripper. I've shown you guys these many times. Just make it easier when you're taking apart the Boost. Highly recommend a Gerber multi-tool as well. They're like $25. You can use them for multiple things, obviously, but it's really good for helping remove the sole on the Roshe. Some sort of a shoe tree to hold the shape. And then basically to do the gluing part, you need the Barge Infinity Cement. Definitely recommend this type. And then also to make it adhere easier, you use some sort of a heat gun. And this is the one I have. And I'll have some linked in the description as well for you guys. Also, if you guys want to do the blackout midsole on this, you'll need a couple other things. You'll need some acetone, obviously some jet black leather dye, as well as flat black. And then I use the Mink oil as kind of the waterproofing agent over top of it, as well as you need a brush set. I use the nail polish remover for the first step to wipe down the midsole, and it kind of helps adhere a little bit easier. But that's kind of it for the products. Let's keep the tutorial moving on. All right, guys, so for step one, pour boiling water into the Roshe Run and then let it sit in the sink after you clean the sneakers. Then you can go ahead and use the multi-tool and pry the midsole from the upper. Once you get it started on the back end, it's really, really easy to pull apart, and then just use added water as need be to pull the rest of it apart. It's very, very easy to do comparison to the Boost that you could see I've already started in the backdrop there. Kind of doing some things in reverse order, so apologize for that in the video, but it's easier to explain it if you just pay attention to my steps. So cut the upper off of the Boost sole. Basically use the razor blade to do this and be very patient. The reason why you don't use the same technique, or at least I don't, as for the Roshe, is because it is a lot more difficult to pull the bottom material off of the Boost than it is on the Roshe. So once you go ahead and cut the upper off of the Boost, you can go ahead and use a seam ripper, get the bottom part off of the Boost sole, and then basically you're just going to go ahead, try to use hot water, and remove the excess from the bottom of this shoe. Got to be really, really careful, but use the hot water and then use the multi-tool and pry the bottom off. And then you'll get the midsection out pretty easily, and then you kind of have to focus on the edges around the corners. And then use hot water and be careful and patient, and then you can eventually rip this stuff up. But if you don't have enough hot water on there, you can rip the material. I got lucky on this one. I did rip the first one. But you basically got to take it really, really slow. Next, step 3, you use nail polish remover, black dye, and then flat black paint from Angelus, linked in the description. And then you paint the midsole after you use the nail polish remover first. Yeah, I think it helps it adhere a little bit easier, but this is a good method to use for blacking out the midsole of Boost. And then you use the flat black to have it more of a matte black instead of the glossier kind of look of the black dye. And that's pretty much it for the midsole. It's good to get this done before you attach it. That way you don't have to worry about painting it and being careful. It goes way faster that way. And then basically step 4, the last step, glue the midsole to the upper, use a heat gun to warm the glue, and then apply it to the top and bottom sections. And that's pretty much all you have to do. And I've done this in more detail, check the link in the description to the other sole swap, and you can see a little bit more detail of that. It attached pretty easy. The thing that I will mention is if you get extra glue stains out on the shoe, you can actually use the acetone to remove the excess glue on the upper. So it actually, you can clean it up. I didn't clean it up 100%, but I did clean it up a little bit for the final product. And I am pretty happy with the final product. I'll go ahead and put an on foot section for you guys right here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Peace.